and welcome to this video. My name is Eva. Thank you so much for being here. In this video, I'm going to try to describe something that kind of is a little bit new for me. So first, the way of describing it, and also it kind of has come in recently. So I'm trying to do my best here to describe it, but I just thought I'm just going to record this video to give you basically an update because new things started to come in my meditations and group sessions, and also in the videos, sometimes in the YouTube videos. And so I kind of wanted to shed some light on what's going on. You know, before I was talking about the levels of consciousness mostly, and now there is like new stuff coming in. So, okay, I just want to fill you in. Let's say over the past few months, I went through quite a change in my system and also in my awareness, like how I see things, how I see myself, I experience myself. Up until this change, I was aware of, okay, I'm human in this incarnation, right? Hello. And then I'm also, so unity consciousness, this was part of my awakening process, becoming everything in creation. So I'm everything in creation. I'm creation itself. And then also becoming the absolute, the Brahman. I'm everything also that beyond creation. I'm also that vast space. And yeah, there was, this was is a very, very amazing realization. And, it changes a lot. The system changes, the view of yourself, who you are, and your relationship to this world and to other people and so forth. Like a lot of change comes with that. Yeah, and then recently I became aware of another aspect of my being, and it's the light aspect. So I'm also a light, and it's not just myself, it's also you. So this is why I'm sharing this, because we have the same. So we're all human in this incarnation. We are all a light. And why I call it a light is because it's a light that incarnates as human. And this specific light has incarnated before as human, or also maybe on other planets, in other galaxies and so forth. So it has like a story. It's a story, but it's also like a lot of information that's collected in it. So basically on a non-physical level, when it's not incarnated, it's a light, but it incarnates and it gathers information. The same it's doing here on the human plane. So when on Earth, when it comes in, it wants to learn certain things, go through certain experiences in this life, certain realizations and so forth. And then when it leaves this incarnation, the light has gathered this information. And the difference is that the human is veiled. So the human itself doesn't know about the light aspect, the unity and the absolute, and that we are consciousness as well. But it only knows about the human. So the human is veiled and limited, but then we can become aware that we are more. So the human stays the human, but we can just become aware of the other aspects that we are. So the light aspect, we can become aware, okay, I'm human, but I'm also this light aspect, and this light aspect incarnates as human, and it has a story. It has gathered a lot of information throughout lifetimes. It has an origin, and it has also an agenda. So I see that my light aspect has an agenda in this reality, so on Earth right now. And this is basically also why the healing energies and everything started to come in. It's because of this light aspect, and now it's moving towards helping to raise the collective consciousness and other stuff. So it has this agenda. So it's this light. It's not my human doing this, and my human doesn't have this agenda. It's this light aspect, because I'm also, and you are also, we are all creation as well at the same time. It's just a different aspect of what we are, is the whole creation. So basically, when we are aware of that, we can also look into everything that's in creation. So the possibility is infinite in there. There is so much going on in creation. It's not just Earth, right? There are other planes of existence, other civilizations, other galaxies, other stuff that's all in creation. There are different layers of density. Some layers are physical, some are non-physical, some are very high vibrational, some are more low vibrational, and so forth. So there's just a lot going on. And what I realized is, with this light aspect, since this light aspect is not veiled like the human, look into creation and look into information, other information in this creation. I can look what other civilizations are doing, for example, or how it is to live on another planet. Like I can connect to a being there, for example. I can do the same here on Earth. It's just a non-physical level, like this light can connect to these levels. And what I also see that spiritual gifts, which are actually not really gifts, is just so the light aspect has these, let's stay with the word gifts because I don't have a better one right now, but the light aspect has those gifts anyways, or those possibilities, those openings. And then when we connect more and more to this light aspect, or realize it, that we are that, these gifts can come forward more and we can explore them more, but it needs our attention to explore them as well. So it has to do with this light aspect. And then there is the whole creation, and then there is outside of creation, the absolute. There are different words: the absolute, Brahman, God. It's this space, and in this space is creation. But this space doesn't have any agenda. Like there's nothing in there. It just looks into creation. It's holding the space basically, but there is no agenda in there for example, doing healing work or helping people or helping this collective consciousness stuff or anything. So the absolute has no interest. From the absolute level, everything is neutral. So it really depends on which level. So basically, I saw them all at once. I had this experience where I saw very clearly I'm all these levels all at once. And then it's very interesting, very quickly integrates in the system. So what I experience in general, the more open the system is and expanded, the faster new information is integrating, and then it's just there, and then you just know that, and this is a very normal, like this is then, it's just a new normal. Yeah. And this is why my work is changing a little bit now, and also what I'm talking about, because a lot of energy is coming from the perspectives of the light aspect. So awakening to the true nature, to the Brahman, this is also part of my energy transmission, for example, because this is the realization there. But a lot is coming in from this light aspect. And these are the energies that are upgrading and optimizing the human system, that are doing the healing and clearing work, that are basically preparing the human to optimize, not really preparing, but it's optimizing the human system constantly. So it doesn't really matter in which way you're connecting to the transmission I'm working with, through YouTube videos, through next elevations, the healing, the small group sessions. It doesn't really matter. Like the energies, they have it in there anyways, and they help to optimize the human system so that we become again more open, more expanded, higher vibrational. There's a lot of low vibrational energies in our system, so higher vibrational. And with that, life experience changes, meaning we don't have low vibrational experiences more over time. And the high vibrational the system gets, the high vibrational life manifests. And yeah, so that's the long story short, just to share a little bit of insights. If you have any questions, please let me know. This is just a small overview. We can talk about this, of course, when we see each other on Zoom. I'm just curious what's going to open up now, because it's all like there's always like new unfoldings, new openings, new information is coming in. It's a constant process. Okay, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment sections. I always reply. Also, maybe share your experience if you are experiencing a light aspect, or if you want to know more about it. Thank you very much for watching this update, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye.